The Sacramento Kings have removed themselves from the running for Ben Simmons' services. So the Kings are available for trades, all right? There are not many teams that are sellers at this trade deadline, and I believe in large part, if you look at the landscape of the NBA, I mean, the Eastern Conference is wide open. I think there are like 5 or 6 teams still contending for that #1 seed out East. That usually isn't the case at this point in the season. I mean, we're pretty much at the All-Star break here. If you look at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, pretty much every team is still in contention outside of maybe Orlando and Chicago. Pretty much most teams are still in contention for a playoff spot to make at least the play-in tournament. Teams are buying at the trade deadline. There are not a lot of sellers. If you look out west, 5 through whatever is pretty much open out west. One of the only teams that ain't in play, ain't in contention for a spot in the playoffs right now is the Sacramento Kings. They're awful. They're going backwards. Under De'Aaron Fox's tutelage, Buddy Hield as well, this team is still not good. And it's been years now. Failures within the draft. Marvin Bagley has not panned out in rates that we thought. Look around Marvin Bagley's class. That's a great class, by the way. That's a Luka class. That's a Trae Young class. Like, that's going to go down as one of them ones. DeAndre Ayton, by the way, has made it to the NBA Finals. He's about to get a bag this summer. Marvin Bagley has not panned out. Drafted him before Luka and Trae sounds ridiculous right now. You look around at that Kings team, they have underwhelmed by a lot. As bad as my Lakers have been, they still find themselves above the Kings, who have lost 5, 6 in a row. They're 13th in the Western. It is bad in Sacramento, and it has been bad for quite some time. Despite their younger talent starting to get older, and they've been playing together for years, it still ain't working out. And the Kings are sellers. They have tried their best to get their hands on Ben Simmons. The Sixers just ain't budging. They don't believe in any of Sacramento's talents, so those talks are now off the table. While I got you, the Brooklyn Nets, James Harden, the Kings would like to get Harden to Sacramento. They've got a package that they put together surrounding Buddy Hield, Rashawn Holmes. These are a couple names that you could potentially see. Harrison Barnes is another guy that the Kings are willing to move off. And I believe for the right deal, they'll even trade De'Aaron Fox. I believe that. I really do believe that. I don't believe anyone in Sacramento, not named Tyrese Halliburton, is off the table. And maybe even for the right deal, they'll let Halliburton go as well. Maybe Davion Mitchell, who I do like a lot. There are not a lot of untouchable names in Sacramento right now. You get the point. And they've removed themselves from the Ben Simmons talk because Daryl Morey ain't budging. He's got what he wants in his mind, and he's staying to it. Whether he's right or wrong, only time will tell. The Kings are looking to make moves. Again, not a lot of sellers at this NBA trade deadline because the East and Western conferences are so wide open. And I do believe a lot of teams are looking at what the Atlanta Hawks were able to do last year and make it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. And look out west. Remember, the Clippers went down with injuries. Utah had injuries in the postseason last year. I think a lot of teams look at the West as wide open. If we're one Steph Curry injury away, or if we're one Chris Paul going down away, or one Ja Morant going down from a wide open Western Conference, kind of how it was last year. A lot of people look at Phoenix as kind of cakewalking to the conference finals and into the NBA finals. Teams are buying. There's just not a lot of sellers. The one team that is selling is Sacramento.